Alright, hey guys. I have some time this morning, so figured I'd give another update on what I got going on with this thing. Um, so yeah, I guess I'll just give a quick overview on kind of like the process and how I'm working on this. Um, so instead of like having an idea of like an end goal for the game engine, I really just kind of have no idea what I'm gonna do every single morning. But I've just been working on the game engine every morning for just an hour. So I just go on Google. I just look up. I have like an hour long timer. I just start it, and then I just kind of see what I could get done in that hour. Um, and I find this way of working has been like so much easier for me than trying to come up with like a system that I want to implement and then just do whatever it takes to implement that system. Um, yeah, so last update was like 5 days ago, so I just kind of have this like devlog list of what I've been working on and then what I want to work on for tomorrow. So I think this was the last update that I did. So after that, did all this stuff. Here, you know what? I'll move this to the side, pull up the game engine next to it. I don't know how to select it. Here we go. Alright, yeah, so we got some new shit in here. So we got Skybox. This is just from that opengl tutorial I showed last video. Yeah, this is a new map since the last video. Yeah, I went in Blender. I just kind of used my Blender skills, made this map. Yeah, it's a park. So, I mean, it's just like a cube that I squashed and then did some like extrusions and some inserts and stuff. Added a grass texture. I kind of just wanted to make the game outside because I just thought it looked cooler. Alright, what else? What else we got here? Oh yeah, we got player coordinates here. And then I moved the well into the center right here. I fixed the textures on it. Let's see. Yeah, and then, I mean, biggest thing is I got some audio in here now. So when I walk around, make steps like this. You can play sounds if you press a button. So we got that. Yeah, and then I also have so like there's the collision detection system that just kind of uses like mesh vertice data. So that's what I got going on with this like park model. And when I'm hitting it, then it causes it to like highlight in red. That's just kind of like a debugging thing. And then I'd like to make it so that when I walk on the floor, my player's movement kind of like snaps to where the floor is normal. So you can see like when I go to the right down a slope, it kind of like flickers. And that's because when I walk, since I'm walking like straight to the right direction and the floor is normal, kind of tilts. That means like every time I go straight to the right and then I like fall down the slope a little bit. And I keep just kind of like going to the right, like hovering in the air and falling down the slope just like a tiny bit. And that causes this flicker. So ideally I just kind of have my player's walking direction just kind of follow the slope down this way, so then there's no flicker and I'm like making contact with the ground the whole time. And then I also have this collision box because this well is like a really complicated model with a lot of like vertices and stuff. So if I do collisions with this, it's gonna be like really expensive to complete that. So instead I just kind of have a bounding box that's just not around this properly, but it's a step in the right direction. and this is what's acting as collision for the well. So this doesn't use the vertex collision that this model uses. This uses AABB collisions instead. So it's just like a big box. Yeah, and then hopefully for next time what I want to implement is like a object selection and like moving system, so that like a problem that I have is that this thing is unaligned and I don't know what the right coordinates are. So I'd like to be able to like hover my mouse over it, select it, and then have like a modal pop up, so then I could like drag it along the z-axis this way and then drag it along the x-axis right here, and then like save out those coordinates, so the next time I load the map, it'll still be there. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the changes. Someone from last video wanted to see the code. I mean, really, like, my code is just a mess. I have not been diligent with making this code nice and neat. Which, I mean, to me isn't a problem, because I know where my code is, and if I forget where I put stuff, then it's easy for me to find it, because, you know, we got Control F in here. See, I play sounds in the game loop right now, like, it's wild. But I mean, the point here is that it's okay that the code's a mess, because, you know, I have my process where every morning I just work on this for an hour, make incremental stuff. So I'm not really interested in making like a very neat system, because that makes it much more difficult to get stuff done in 1 hour. But if you do want to look at the code, I put it all on GitHub. Actually, I have to commit something. Here, let me open this shit up. I gotta commit all this work. I haven't committed in a while. So I'll add this stuff. I'll add in. Whoa. Yeah, I added an add-in. I moved my libraries over from a different part on my PC. Added a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so if you want to look at the code, I'll put like a link to the repo in the description of the video. But yeah, this code is not neat at all. I just have a bunch of H files. I have like one C++ file. That's like my main file. And then everything else is just inside a header file. Because I mean, I don't have any problems with it right now. Once it gets big and it causes me problems, then I'll make it a lot better. Oh shit. Maybe I shouldn't be committing PDB files. Alright, that's a problem I'll figure out later. Alright. Later, fellas.